My mom is like the textbook definition of a high effort mom and basically who I'm trying to replicate in motherhood. For some context, my mom was not born in this country. She was born in a small country in East Africa called Eritrea, and she moved to the US when she was in her early 20s. And so a lot of the cultural customs of this country and the language were obviously very new to her. But you would never know the way that she raised my brother and I growing up. She was at every single sports event, any type of choir rehearsal, like anything that we were being recognized for or just participating in, she was there. But I think the thing that she would do that really stuck out was every year on Valentine's Day, she would come by school and bring me like some type of chocolate, and usually would bring me some lunch as well, and just give me a big hug and a kiss and say happy Valentine's Day and then go home. In high school, I grew up in an area that was predominantly Hispanic, so I was really the only person that looked like me. So I wasn't really dating in high school. And obviously I felt some type of way because of that. And I never mentioned it to my parents. I just kind of was like internalizing a lot of these messages about not being good enough or what have you. But I guess my mom, in her infinite wisdom, even though Valentine's Day was obviously not something that she grew up participating or celebrating, kind of knew that like as a teenage girl, it can be rough to see your friends dating or, getting gifts, and you're left out of that experience. And I actually asked her about it like a week ago. I was like, hey, what made you do that? Especially because, again, this is not a holiday that she grew up celebrating. And she just said, it can be hard being a teenager, especially if you see your other friends dating and, that's not an experience that you've had yet. And I just wanted to make sure that you knew that your dad and I loved you so much, and that there were people that would always be around that loved you. Whenever I think about like my mom and the way that she was so perceptive and anticipated our needs and just was so like locked into our lives that did not look like her own growing up, it always astounds me, and she's the blueprint.